What is up, beautiful people? Episode 109 of the Ignite Your Purpose Show podcast vlog, where John and I speak, and we speak what, John? Longevity through a healthy lifestyle. A mix of mental, physical, and spiritual knowledge, which is a beautiful thing. It's the mind, body, soul trifecta, which we kind of trademarked that. We don't know if we did.
Liked it.
We liked it enough. And it's simply going from negative to positive in so many aspects of our life, and we are blessed to be able to kind of have our knowledge and pass it on. That's what we do. We chinwag. And John, what are we going to talk about today on episode 109?
Well, we just had a wee pre-chat chinwag, and it was either going to be adaptability, how we can and must adapt to our changing environment. But we thought, screw that, we'll do that another time. So we're going to call this one Financial Love, or the finances of love, or love finances. Who loves finances? So Max, you came up with this one, so shoot.
So how this kind of came into my mind, and it's unique. It's nothing new, because I think for eons, since maybe cavemen, maybe not, but I haven't been that far back, but it's been happening forever, where families marry for strength, for power, for financial, for dominance, for kingdoms, and all that, right? But in today's society, because it's year end for my companies and blah, 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 I've been dealing with a lot of accountants speak and talk. And some of the terms that have come out was, it would make financial sense if you did this with them. Or if you were married, you would have these benefits. And they were basically telling me to consider these things, right, for tax write-offs. And I'm like, does this say something about our society when in the mix? Now, true love is true love. If it benefits you, perfect, and you want to do it, this isn't a right or wrong. It's just unique to me that in our society, we talk true love, but is it, I don't want to say based on financials, but, is love for benefits? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a unique way to think, yet it is ingrained in society. And it becomes prevalent to me when you're around accountants, right? So what's your vibe on that, John?
I think there are scenarios where it kind of makes logical sense.
Fair enough.
Maybe where you've got a couple who are together, one's got a low earning job, one's got a high earning job, and to bring one out of a high tax earning bracket, you could use the tax allowance for the other person. I kind of get it. I understand that. But also I know a number of couples, this is like way back 20 years ago, who got married for that simple reason. They were together, happily living as a couple, and they got married, and it all went frickin' peaks on because they got married. And whether that was one or the other, expected life to be different because you're wearing a ring on your finger, but they made a decision based out of finances, not what was necessarily best for the relationship. You're putting a price on it, really. You're saying that our relationship is worth $5,000, $20,000, $100,000, whatever it might be. Whereas actually, the value of the relationship is how you interact and deal with each other on any given day, not because you get a tax break. Now, some people may not understand that, because I'm trying to think of the word. They can't see, they can't match up. They just see numbers, or they just see relationships. They can't tie the two together. But I think there's a distinct difference. And certainly for myself, Emma and I were in a relationship, long relationship. We've got a ring on our fingers, but we don't feel a need to get married because neither of us would benefit, because we both are in a certain earning bracket. However, later in life, it may become a conversation when you're talking about inheritance or wills, or if you want to go and move to another country. So let's say we want to migrate to, go away phone, we want to emigrate to Canada. And I'm sure there would be huge benefits to being a married couple for doing that. And that's where it might be worth getting married for that reason. But as far as tax breaks or tax benefits, I can't see it. Max, it's your subject. I'll be talking to you.
No, you know what? It's such a unique thing. But my point was being it's so ingrained in society, and you just hit it on the head, right? If you want to do A, B, or C, and that could be immigrate, that could be whatever, adopt kids, it looks better if you're married. So again, that goes back to the whole entrenchment into society where it's based on, it's based on something different than, I mean, if you're already in love and, to get married, if you're for or against it, right? It's just to me, it's unique that, on a piece of paper, it could say you've been together 23 years, but that's not as good as you're married. They'll look at the married before the, you know what I'm saying? It's just a unique little issue I thought was kind of an underlying thing in our society.
And off the back of that, is there a particular takeover for somebody, or is it just stimulating questions?
Yeah, I just thought it was a unique thing, right? Especially when you're around accountants, man. It's like, again, it's for the dollar, right? Like,
so were your accountants suggesting you should get married?
it's not like they were suggesting that. They were definitely showing that there were benefits to it. And
Yeah.
their point of view would have been like, well, why aren't you? And my point of view is just, well, why would I?
Well, everything connects to everything. The society says we should be.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you're immigrating, right? And although you've been together for 105 years, it doesn't say married. It's not what society wants. So maybe they'll red flag you and you're gone, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a hypothetical situation. I'm just saying you make the point that it's a societal norm.
Yeah, you get married, you have the kids, you go to college, take the pill.
Sorta, really, yeah. Like, and in the end, comes down to, does it matter if I save $250 on my taxes? Maybe over the long run it will, but when I'm 98 years old or 115 years old, taking my last breath, am I going to go, sure wish I had that better tax write-off instead of, having enjoyed every friggin' moment of every day, right? So
Yeah, I've never really clocked that specific thought, as in, if you're married 20 years, you're together 20 years. It's as though that time just doesn't exist. This is as far as, a third party goes.
yeah,
When look at the state of your relationship.
exactly.
I think that law is changing in the UK, but it's you can become common law without getting married. But yeah, that time basically disappears if you've not been said your vows and done all that jibber jabber.
Just to talk, just to talk, baby. People, as always, we thank you. We appreciate your time. A little stimulating talk. You maybe could continue this on yourselves, but as always, we know you could be anywhere in the world, and you was right where we're here with us, and we appreciate. Subscribe, like, share. We're trying to get that negative to positive vibe out, and we thank you.
Yeah, that's all from me, from Malta. We'll see you tomorrow for another stimulating conversation. Bye-bye.